Hello, friends. Good morning. Let's have a look. The screen looks a little. There we go. I wonder if my eyesight's getting worse. I'm sure it is. General decay of bodily life. All right. Hey. Nice to see you. Yeah, I can't really focus on the text this morning. There we go. All right. Welcome. It's noticing you arrive and settle. And here we are. Another day of practice. It's Tuesday, and in the Indian traditions, like different days of the week in India, in the Sanatana Dharma, in Hinduism, if you like, different days of the week are associated with different deities, different qualities. And Tuesday is associated with Hanuman. Hanuman is the monkey god, is the kind of usual way to understand, and among all these many different Indian deities. So if you've seen Hanuman, there's two things that you see with Hanuman. One is him holding Sri Lanka in his hand. So the whole island of Sri Lanka is, and you see this very strong looking monkey, and he's holding up like this, and the island of Lanka is on his hand. And the other image, the other sort of trope that is associated with Hanuman is he's pulling open his chest like this. He sort of tears open his chest, and inside his heart, inside his chest, Sita and Ram. So why am I talking about Hanuman? I don't know really, but I don't know. Last night I just thought, oh, Tuesday tomorrow, and I thought Hanuman Day. And then this morning I woke up, I thought Tuesday, and I thought, oh, Hanuman. So I'm not sure why I'm mentioning Hanuman, but other than, oh, it's Hanuman Day. But the qualities associated with Hanuman are love and loyalty and strength too. But the idea is that Hanuman's great strength comes from love and loyalty, or devotion, actually. So Sita is very sick at one point in this kind of these epic tales of the old Indian stories in the Ramayana. Sita is very sick, and Hanuman flies. He can fly as well. Hanuman, flying monkey, very strong. Sita and Ram in his heart, carries islands in his hand. Hanuman goes off to find a herb, and this herb only grows in Lanka, Sri Lanka. So he goes off, and he doesn't know which herb it is. So he just gathers up the whole island and brings it back. So that's that sense of love and strength born out of strength, loyalty, devotion born out of love. And that image, which I used to find so evocative, that image, Hanuman pulls open his chest and Sita and Rama are in there. So, like I said, I don't really know why I'm talking about all of that, other than, okay, these are the qualities. Hanuman was on my mind last night and this morning. And that image, it's like, oh, what's here? If you to pull open your chest, figuratively, right? You just, what do you find? What do you find? Maybe we'd like to think, oh, my family are there, or my partner is there. But I think it's an investigation to see what's actually there. What am I devoted to? And not in theory, like oh, I'm devoted to my practice, or I'm devoted to this or that thing. But what actually, in any given moment, you might put yourself in Hanuman's shoes in the different contexts of life. What am I giving myself to? What am I so committed to? That thanks, George. But if you've got the chat open, you can see these various images of Hanuman. Very nice. And not just what's there in terms of an object, but what's the feeling? You might just try it. I don't know. It may be that some of this Indian imagery just seems weird and far away to you. If so, I'm sorry, but that sense of what, to me, that there's something, that a quality of kind of surrender, a quality of a sort of, it's like the ecstatic love of one's heart being really, really committed, and the confidence in a way to be able to actually completely open one's heart, to tear one's chest open. I know that sounds a little strong in image, but figuratively, that sense of opening without self-regard. That's what comes forth in that sense of love and loyalty and devotion. It's like Hanuman, who just can drop self-regard. So maybe we found a link there, because yesterday we were talking about unconstrained and unconfined. So maybe that's what led me to thoughts of Hanuman. An unconstrained heart, unconfined heart, unconstrained and unconcerned. We were saying unconcerned for the petty things, the little things that want to grab at our attention, seduce our attention, hijack our attention. Keeping the most important thing central, which for Hanuman was Sita and Ram, which again are representations in many ways. Representation of kind of the union of masculine and feminine, like a union of heaven and earth, union of love and wisdom, etc. All right, well, that was this morning's rather tangential reflections on a beloved Indian deity. Maybe some of you, I know that some of you have spent time in India, maybe some of you are lovers of Hanuman, in which case maybe you'll appreciate him being making a guest appearance on our Tuesday morning meditation. And Jai Hanuman. That's what people all over India will be crying this Tuesday. Jai Hanuman. Hanuman ki Jai. It's a sense of kind of echoing back that love and loyalty that Hanuman displays as the sort of perfection of representative of love and loyalty. And that cry, Hanuman ki Jai, it's a sense of offering that same love and devotion back to Hanuman. All right, with that, I think we'll settle into meditation together. And maybe we can settle into meditation with just that feeling of an undefended heart. A sense of opening to that which is really worthy of opening to, which in this moment might be being here, being awake, being conscious, being very attuned to life, attuned to the miracle of a breathing body, of the life that shows up in the soundscape and in bodily sensations and in the flickering of thoughts. So friends, please take your seat for meditation. Couple of qualities of Hanuman as we settle in. First, real strength and confidence. How might you just settle into your seat in a way that your posture expresses strength and confidence? Confident enough to really let your body, your legs, and your buttocks rest into the ground, and the floor, and the earth, the chair. Feeling a sense of strength in the verticality of your posture, so that you're not forcing in any way or being rigid, but there's that sense of dignity, uprightness. Strong back. And a soft front. Soft belly. Soft face. Soft heart. Sense of a heart that's able to be open, receptive, tender. That's being established in this way then, that we meet this breathing body, this changing mindscape, this floating world. Moment by moment, just like this. strong back, soft front. Strong back, soft front. Strength and love. If you sense into your posture, you can feel the way some areas of body are not just physically but also energetically. It's like they're meant to be strong. All along your back, also the outside of your arms, the outside of your legs. See if you can sense within those areas quality of strength, confidence, steadiness. And then sensing into the softer areas that have a different quality, more tender, receptive quality. The insides of your arms. The insides of your legs. And then down through the front of your torso. Soft belly. Open heart. So sensing into our posture in this way. A strong back, soft front. And there's also a way to embody these qualities: strength, confidence, steadiness. And then also tenderness, openness, receptivity. And sensing into these qualities as you sit in meditation, as you direct your attention, as you relax again and again, more and more, into this breathing body. Into being present. You might experiment, if you like, with this, what's sometimes called the microcosmic orbit of the breath, which goes along with this sense of strong back, soft front. And just track the rising, the swelling of the in-breath up through your back, and from the base of your spine, through the length and strength of your spinal column, up through the top of your neck to the crown of your head. And then just feeling that sense of kind of impeccability, steadiness, strength, capacity, expansion, as energetically as the breath rises up. And then letting the out breath be almost like a kind of gentle waterfall, sort of flowing, melting, softening down through the front of the body, down through your face, down through your chest and belly, as if going down into a pool, an unfathomably deep pool, down below your belly. And if there's a pause at the end of the out breath, let everything melt, let everything rest into this deep pool until it rises again with the next in-breath. So that might be partly a visualized process, but along with the sense of visualization, let it be mostly kinesthetic, sensing, energetically sensing the rising up through the length and strength of the back and melting down, softening down. Down through face and chest and belly. And if you experiment with that, just take care, don't unconsciously change your breath. Don't lengthen your breath in order to track the process more. No, let the breath be natural. And so sitting with this, or if that all seems a little unnecessary or complicated or something, then just sitting in embodied presence, resting into the naturalness of breath for the 10 minutes or so that remain of the sitting. May we all learn to live and to trust ourselves enough to live with real strength, clarity, confidence, and to live with real tenderness and receptivity and a boundlessly loving heart. All right. And that was meditation, friends. Yeah. Nice to sit with you. Nice to hear from one or two of you that you enjoyed or appreciated the reference to Hanuman. It may have seemed a little left field. Yeah. It's funny, those you know, as I say, I know many of you have been to India, and the pantheon of imagery and deities can seem sort of bewildering and kaleidoscopic and kitschy, etc., and impenetrable sometimes to us. You know, if we've grown up in Europe or in a very different cultural reference points, often with a very different sense of what constitutes divinity. I too, in the years I spent in India, I often also found a lot of that stuff just bewildering, you know. And yet, underneath the bewildering colours and strange animal-headed gods and all, there's, you know, these kind of very beautiful qualities reflected. So, voila. All right, friends. Well, there's a little time if you have questions. I didn't get through anything like all the questions yesterday, so if you didn't get yours answered, feel free to put it in again today. Just before questions, a very brief mention of dana. Unless you're here for the very first time, I'm sure you've heard me speak about that before, so hey, I won't go into detail, but just the reminder. Freely offered, freely participated, free of commitment, free of any charge, but not free of costs. There are many costs that are there every month, many thousands of euros every month, to enable us to kind of show up and provide a lot of programming at Sangha Live. There's something almost every day, right? And you know, trying to really take care of the offerings here and to foster a sense of community that feels, as it so beautifully does, that, you know, feels very real sense of community. So yeah, if that's something you benefit from and appreciate, oh, wonderful. Please feel very free to demonstrate that appreciation in the form of dana offerings. And, you know, whatever you might feel moved to offer and be able to offer, it's very welcome, even if it feels like a very modest contribution. That's what, you know, that's what keeps this show on the road. That's what keeps the lights on at Sangha Live. That's what keeps the Dharma wheel turning here. So thank you. And you maybe know the link by now, but there it is from George. Thanks, George. All right. Elena, when sitting straight this way, there is a sense of alertness, which also seems contradictory to melting into the emptiness or vastness or total relaxation of meditation. Yeah. So it does seem contradictory. I would say it isn't. But So if we take these two essential components of meditation, right? Brightness, clarity, awakeness, alertness, luminosity of mind, and then relaxation, ease, surrender, gentleness, dissolution into vastness, total relaxation. Okay, those sound opposite. So alertness, relaxation. Mostly the associations we have with alertness are, it's like when we were told at school, concentrate, I need to be alert. We have a sense of tension going with alertness, a sense of a narrow focus, alert. If you say to someone, be alert, it's like they get tense. Similarly, the associations we have with relaxation are ones of basically going unconscious, being vague. We relax by having a nap. We relax. Have a few drinks. Relax. All our ways of relaxing, usual ways, are ways of going unconscious in various ways. Right? I just want to relax. I'm going to watch the TV. Space out. So that's what makes those associations that we have make those qualities feel opposite or incompatible. But actually, we're being alert in a way that's bright, open, that allows us to sense any tensions and to relax them. The more we relax, we're relaxing into awakeness, alertness, brightness. And we're using that brightness and alertness to just allow what's coming and going. And then we see, is there any friction there? Is there any contraction? And if there is, let it soften. And in that way, the alertness feeds the relaxation feeds the alertness. Then we've got a well-oiled practice. So I've tried to give some explanation to it there, Eleanor. But so just feel your way into that. Allow the alertness that comes when you sit straight, and then to see, can you relax into the alertness? Can you allow the alertness to be a way of seeing where or how you can more fully relax, etc. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's nice. Some of you just appreciating that strong back, soft front. It's also actually, if you really sense into, not just in the sitting postures, but you could stand up and sense it. You can also sense while moving around. It's actually sort of three, energetically, we can find three. We can find the strong areas, right? Shoulders, back, all along the back, outside of the arms here. Strong those areas give support, they give a sense of protection, give a sense of confidence, etc. And then soft areas, down through here, and then inside of the arms, inside of the thighs. They have this sense of gentleness, softness. And then there's what we could call the empty areas or the open areas. So and those actually correspond to the chakras in the Indian system. So if you just sense into your throat, it's like open. And then heart, belly. If you really sense into your belly, it's sort of neither hard nor soft. It's sort of it's like a portal, right? It's like your belly is it's like an open area or an empty area. And sort of gives access. You can just go in and in and into your belly. We think of mind as being in our head, and the way you can go in and in and into mind and consciousness, but you can go in and in and in to consciousness in your belly as well. And I think given that most of us are a little overstimulated in our heads, and our sense organs are all stuck on our heads, so seeing's coming in here and hearing's happening, it's all going on here, and because of that, we're actually very well served, many of us, to give up with the head a little bit, at least for a while, come down into the belly, into the portal of belly, into a belly full of presence. Maybe we'll add that area in one day this week. All right. Hey, we've run out of questions for today. All right. Well, let's stop a little earlier then. So I'll just spend a minute to appreciate you all. Like I said yesterday, I was with a whole bunch of people in 2 retreats in the UK this week who are regular Sangha Live folk. And it's just very nice to be with some of you in the flesh, and also to hear from so many people, just to hear how much, how much people appreciate the sense of community here, how helpful and vital even that felt for a lot of people during the pandemic times and being more confined in place at home. And it's beautiful that that's continued to flow on since. So thank you for your presence and your practice this morning. Please go gently through the day. Maybe experiment as you get up now and go off to whatever, breakfast or work or just sense what's it like to move in recognition of these strong areas, and can you feel that sense of steadiness and clarity that they can give rise to? And then what's it also like as you move to sense into these softer areas? And can you sense can you find the quality of gentleness, receptivity that comes along with them? All right. Thank you. See you tomorrow.